All right, we can start that again.
Supply pad constructed.
All right, here we go.
Spawning in the red corner, we have the legendary Hippy, playing as the terrifying Yap Yap.
Here we go.
Spawning in the blue corner, we have the amazing Rockgen, playing as the fabled Cutter.
Okay, Hippy versus Rockgen. And Rockgen is not Cutter. Jesus Christ, man. Alright, bad start. There we go. Teething errors. We are up and running. Hippy already secured 2 of his mini bases. About to get the third. Going to be no problem. He did open triple harvester to be able to grab those. And this is what you want to do against Yap Yap, especially on Bedrock. You need to make sure you grab all your minis as soon as possible to make sure he doesn't steal a mini. Because with 3 units, his eco is going to be very good. He can pick up a lot of minis early. And if you do lose one, he's going to eventually out-eco you in the long run. So we did see Rockgeneration open triple harvester as well. He upgraded his first harvester and went down Gen 4th with a raid camp coming up 5th. Now doubling back for both of his mini bases. And we're probably just going to see heavy grunts coming out from Rockgen here. Probably help him take some power nodes, sail into Tech 2. And from Hippy's side, we're going to be seeing Armory 5th. So we are going to be seeing the Jerome leader come out here, who did recently get buffed. Now getting a double raid camp coming out from Rockgeneration. Nothing actually building on these raid camps yet. And we are getting Methane Wagon, so he did go the Methane Wagon leader power. For anybody who doesn't know, Methane gives a 20% buff to grunts, so that's like heavy grunts, which Rock is growing, Locust as well, and it gives a 20% debuff to the enemy, so you have to ram those Methane Wagons into your opponent's army to get that debuff, and should help you win a lot of engagements that way. And this is actually what I've started doing with Yap Yap as well, going heavy grunts with Methane. It is a very strong opener. The only difference in this matchup is that Hippy does have a Spartan, so the Spartan can keep jacking these Methane Wagons, and they're not cheap. They cost 300 blue, 120 power. I don't know how long the actual Spartan cooldown lasts, but that's a good mine by Rockgen to deny that power node. And Bedrock is a really good map for Yap Yap as well. All these narrow corners, lots of mini bases to try and steal, which Hippy did manage to stop. There we go, just a lot of fodder distracting Hippy at the moment. He's going to have to clear out a few of these with the Marines. Well, he doesn't want to waste his slam on fodder, wants to save them for a possible mine, and obviously for the Methane Wagons, which Hippy does not know that Rock is going yet. Has not scouted any Methane Wagons as of yet. Rockgen picking up his second power node. Almost took that one from Hippy, but Hippy is going to clear out a lot of fodder there. Rock's still at 72 population though. Hippy just walked straight to a mine, did not see it with his 144 Hz TV. Normally he sees all of those mines, but a lot of Marines red bar there. There we go. There's the jack on the first Methane Wagon. Expensive loss. But the heavy grunts actually chasing down the Marines. Now, you would expect heavy grunts not to beat Marines one-on-one, since the Marines cost 150 blue and heavy grunts cost 120, but heavy grunts actually do a very good job at dealing with Marines and grunts in general. Very strong. Even without the Methane buff, these heavy grunts are just bullying these Marines running back. We do have 2 turrets about to be up for Nintendo Hippy. The Spartan's on his way back in the Methane. And he can actually use the Methane Wagon to debuff Rockgen as well. So we have an anti-infantry turret up. Spent 300 power on that, and hopefully it doesn't start targeting all the fodder, because that'd be a waste.
Our base is under attack.
Roger now has his second generator up. Oh, you're right.
We've lost the power node to the enemy.
Thank you for that, Vexida. That has been sorted since it's the first time I have now installed this overlay. So it looks like the turret drops did come down there. I didn't see any mines, but if they did, Hippy probably used his Spartan Slam on that. That methane wagon explodes and stuns all of these units. Another dumb part of Yap Yap's mechanics here. As if methane wagons weren't good enough. Every time they explode, they stun your whole army in the radius.
Marines ready to serve.
Roger needs upgraded to Tech 2. Hippy doing the same and picking up an expert as well at the same time. Hippy's actually going to beat him to Tech 2. Only spent power really on a Spartan early on. A lot of Marines. Has the ODSTs with the Spartan here. Spartan's going to jack another methane wagon. Actually steals the weak one though. That's not what you're going to do. He could have picked that up and stole the other one. Now his Spartan has no shield. He's definitely going to lose the Spartan. Bit of bad play there by Hippy.
Our base is under attack.
Instantly recues the Spartan. Rock pushing up. Does not notice the Expo there. Normally Yap sees everything with the amount of free units and fodder he has. But most players put whole ground units on the ledges here to tell when their opponent is going to be getting a base. But Rock has not scouted that. Actually going to be wrapping around for those mini bases. There you go. Just splits off one grunt to scout that. He does now see an airpad coming up on there because there is no detect from Rockgen. 80 population for Rockgen in favour compared to 42, and we're actually getting a double war council coming out so you can double pump those grunt goblins and get the upgrades as fast as possible here. Has two raid camps up as well. Did he get reinforcements? He is max pop. Doesn't have enough for reinforcements as of yet, and he's not actually building an expo even though he can afford it. There you go, another methane wagon gets jacked. This time it is the only methane wagon, so you can't steal a lower one. A lot of heavy grunts going to try and chase them down. There's only one sniper to give some range here. Rock actually stops moving them. The debuff on the grunts is going to work really well for these Marines to pick them off. And this expo is now upgraded for Nintendo Hippy. So Hippy actually doing a good job at holding this. Apart from losing his Spartan early on, it's not too bad at the moment. But this push, he's pushing up. He might lose his Spartan again. It's going to get knocked out of the methane wagon. Still has its shield. Going to have to back off. Nightingale now to heal up those low Marines. Saving for that 800 blue for the ODST drop, which is about to come down, hopefully on this choke point. He could ODST drop it, drop the ODST mines, and then Spartan slam it, but he chose not to there. Yeah, Spartan Slam is back up. Sada Joker, thanks for the follow. Long time no see. Sniper actually pushing into his death. Hippy backing off. Not a lot of base damage from Rockgen. Loses one of his leaders. About to lose a second one. Walks into an ODST mine. Just pushing Rock's army away. Can he pick off the second Grunt Goblin before the heal comes down? Here comes a Grunt from above. That's going to be trouble for Nintendo Hippy here. Rock is just pushing and pushing and pushing. Smoke goes down to aid his escape, and he's just going to wrap back around, probably get the snipers up on the ledge. And Rock has a weak Goblin here. He's actually going to lose that before the heal goes down. No heals from Rockgen. Loses a second Goblin. There we go. There's the heal on the army, but only one Goblin. Hippy can engage this now. Bigger man. Thank you for the follow, my friend. We have a Cyclops drop from Nintendo Hippy. That's going to go down and try and get a stun. Here comes the mines with the shade turret, so catches Hippy's army there. Spartan goes down, but it does miss the mine. The mine is going to go off. There's no units around apart from the Spartan. Hippy at 44 population, having a hard time dealing with this army. Relying mainly on turrets to deal with it. Upgraded to another anti-infantry turret, getting more Nightingales out. Is that Hornet? No Nightingales, just a Hornet. The Spartan does live. He is red bar. Rock's just putting on so much pressure, and Hippy's kind of dealing with it, but also not at the same time not dealing with it. But Rock, I mean, he has 5 power nodes with an expert built as well. With all this pressure going on, he's just going to completely out-eco Hippy, who keeps losing units.
Barracks constructed. Our base is under attack.
Rock doesn't have a lot of blue. Still has 80 population out of 80. A lot of weak units here, but there is a Grunt Goblin to heal them all up. There we go. There it's the heal. The heal goes down. Not a fan of the air versus these heavy grunts here. They don't have the EMP upgrade, but the big drop comes down with the Spartan Slam. That methane's going to explode and stun these units, unfortunately. You have to try and kill them at range, otherwise this happens. Double stun on this army here, which he needs to try and fight this. Rangers here can't deal with the units Hippy has at the moment. Literally chase this down. There was a lot of red bars. Another heal comes down from the Grunt Goblin. Gonna wait for that Spartan Slam. 3/4 of the way done. More and more snipers coming out for Hippy. Which means he's going to be low on power to be able to get Tech 2. He really needs these power nodes. Rock has a lot of power, and he is upgraded to Tech 3. Still has that double War Council up as well. Hasn't upgraded his Expo yet. There comes an ODST drop, catches the army. Single mine going down with the slam, but misses the mine. Great slam there with the ODST mines. Rock just loses a shit ton of units. And the second Grunt Goblin is going to go down as well. And this is what Hippy was bragging about in the chat. He said, my cutter will absolutely rape Rockgen's Yap. And look what's happening right now. Rockgen has been on the front foot for most of the game. But now Hippy somehow pushes him all the way back, kills a lot of units, and Rock's forced to watch his Expo die.
That power node really tied the whole battlefield together.
Heal coming down. He's not going to save this base. Rockgen loses his base. Hippy has an upgraded base with 72 population. Has used his drops though. Cyclops drop, ODST, and the ODST assault group are all on cooldown. But it doesn't matter. He has the army. He has the numbers. He's pushing Rock back. He now has a chance to retake all of these power nodes. And he's looking very comfortable in this game. Saving up almost 1,500 blue. Possibly a close air support about to go down on this main base. There is no shield. There you go, Hippy pushing up. He almost has the point for it. Another slam going down with the ODST mines. Good micro again by Hippy. Bullying Rock on his main base now. His only base. Doesn't have a lot of units. Down to 29 population. This looks like the game's about to be over. As soon as that close air support comes down on the next point. He's so close to getting it. After retaking these power nodes, he should have the next point. There we go. 2,000 blue. He drops the close air support, and Rockgen immediately resigns. Great play by Hippy to pull that game back and take the first game 1-0. What do you know? Cutter beats Yap Yap. At least for one game, anyway. Alright guys, let's see how he can cope on Frontier, which is going to be the second map in this series. Alright, game number 2. Rockgen has locked in Yap Yap, waiting for Hippy to lock in cutter. Oh, what a surprise. Cutter versus Yap Yap. Game number 2. Let's see if Hippy can repeat what he just did on Bedrock. Different map, possibly a different style of play. Maybe Rockgen won't go methane wagons this time. Don't really like going methane wagons against a Spartan because they can keep hijacking like we saw last game.
Supply pad constructed.
Double supply pad opener from Hippy. Rockgen with the cannon fodder again. Going to be moving over to Hippy's side of the map. Going for a mini steal as usual. Normally what you expect from Yap Yap.
Supply pad upgrade.
Hippy already going for his mini bases here. Going to have to delay his 4th pad to be able to get these 2 mini bases before Yap Yap does. Rock actually taking a mini base in the center, so he probably wasn't even going to steal one. He was just wanted to force Hippy into taking them early to delay that 3rd pad. And he's going to be going Harvester 3rd.
Instead of harvester, how about we call it tickler?
Rockgen also already has his triple harvester up with his generator 14 seconds out. So he's a pad ahead of Hippy right now.
Mini base complete. Mini base complete.
Sneaky little mine there. An early mine drop on the ramp. There's a rally point there as well. Remember a while ago you used to be able to blow up these mines with your rally point, which is quite funny. So we're getting a raid camp going on the center mini. Rockgen does pick up the other center mini as well. So there's going to be a lot of pressure coming onto Nintendo Hippy, just like we saw last game. But this time the mini bases are a lot closer to his main base than they are on Bedrock.
Armory constructed. Generator upgrade complete.
Seeing pretty much the same build coming out of Hippy. We are getting an armory 5th early turret coming down. The cannon fodder is going to put a little bit of DPS on that before it gets up. Rest of the fodder is on its way in, and we're going to be seeing a repeat of the last game. Double raid camp.
Raid camp constructed.
Doesn't look like Rock's going to be committing to methane this game, but we are seeing a double raid camp. Turret's already on the way up. And this is generally how it goes against Yap Yap. You're always playing defensive because of how many units you can get out quickly. You're always behind on population. And fodder's just so damn annoying. Mine actually goes down on the back of the turret. Just a single mine, no double. Did he go methane?
Our base is under attack.
Yeah, we'll see very shortly. But look at all these blue units swarming this main base here. Hippy, he's 20 seconds out from getting his Spartan. That Spartan is going to be upgraded. We are seeing a barracks coming out from him this game, so we're not just seeing a marine spam. That turret already down to half health. Second turret is going to be built in a second. Can't afford a 3rd. Reek, this whole best of 7 series is Cutter versus Yap Yap. 2 Grunt Riders already on this heavy pad. Great slam there by Hippy to stop them. He is going to be able to save the pad, hopefully. He needs to save it because that is upgraded. Cost 200 power. Rams going in from the Grunt Riders onto the Spartan now. Shield down to half health. And there's just so many units here. Flamers. No Flamers. Jackrabbits and Snipers from Hippy. Really needs to prioritize with the Snipers. He doesn't want them shooting fodder for no reason. Did lose that heavy pad. Going to have to upgrade another one. He kind of needs the power though. Good sniper micro just backing off. Going to try and focus Grunt Riders. The Grunt Riders are actually moving towards the barracks now while the fodder chases everything down. Hijack now being upgraded. It's still 18 seconds out, so this Spartan is still pretty weak. There comes the snipers. Jackrabbit's doing a good job at dealing with these. Spartan Slam goes down. Only catches one heavy grunt though.
Our base is under attack.
Rockgen now swapping into choppers to deal with these snipers, and obviously the Jackrabbits as well.
Hijack research.
Marines coming out from Hippy. The man's right there, but Rock actually rams him and stops him from going into it. Ram's going down on the Jackrabbits again. Deuce it on the mine. Loses 3 Jackrabbits there. Very costly loss for Nintendo Hippy. Still has his armory up just in case he does lose that Spartan. That Spartan needs to turn around and start doing some damage to these choppers. Now we should have the ODST drop for Nintendo Hippy. And shade drop from Rock. But Rock did use his mine, remember. So he's not going to be able to combo the turret drops with the mine. 69 population for Rockgen compared to Hippy's 12 at the moment. Supply pad now swapped for the barracks and a second generator swapped for the armory. So looks like he's going to stick with 12 population, possibly just spam Marines now.
Supply pad constructed.
Loses a Marine to a chopper. Probably doesn't want to be pushing right now. Only has that Spartan and there's a lot of choppers around. Rockgen has a lot stronger eco as well. Not swapped to a second generator as of yet. Has 2 upgraded harvesters. 3 upgraded harvesters. No, it's not upgraded. Never mind. 2 upgraded harvesters. Second gen coming up for Rockgen now. And this looks pretty tough for Hippy at the moment. Sees the Spartan. 1 ram goes in. The rest of the choppers are about to follow. There goes the second ram. Wastes the slam as well on the 2 choppers. He's going to pick those off, but there is another 6 choppers coming. Turret drop misses. Actually catches the Spartan this time. This Spartan is in trouble. Shade drop's coming down with the choppers as well. The choppers can ram it. The shield's off. The rams are coming down. Hippy's in a lot of trouble. This could be game over. Has 2 turrets to fall back on. ODST is coming down to save the Spartan. 1 chopper is going to chase him down though. But it is in range of the turrets. The Spartan lives. The Spartan lives. But he did use an ODST drop to save the Spartan. And he might lose them. He's going to get away. And he gets away with the ODST drop as well. Really needs to go to that healing spire. But if he leaves this base unguarded, he could be in a lot of trouble if Rockgen does decide to push.
Supply pad constructed. Marines ready to serve.
Rock is going to start taking the power nodes with these heavy grunts. Has a bit of downtime. Gets a good scout with the fodder pushing in. Hippy did have to re-upgrade the heavy supply pad. And Hippy's about to get Tech 2. Hippy gets Tech 2 before Rockgen again. Expo's coming up. I think Rock should have picked grunts from above on that point. He cannot afford it and he doesn't have the population. So that may be why he's getting rid of a couple of choppers there for some reason, but he can get rid of the fodder instead.
Citadel upgrade complete.
There we go, both players now comfortably in Tech 2. Spartan Laser is being researched for Hippy. 20 seconds out. No Expo from Rockgen, not seeing a double armory from him this time either. Hippy just needs to be careful because if he does leave this base, a grunts from above could kill it pretty quickly while he marches on
Leader point earned.
with that raid 2 to the healing spire.
Air pad constructed. Fire base constructed.
Okay, that base is built, the barracks is coming down, and here we go. Yap is pushing up. That's a lot of heavy grunts with chopper as well.
Attack.
Still not, doesn't have the population for that grunts from above. Base lost a quarter of his health. Hippy's army coming in. Doesn't have a lot to deal with this. Spartan Slam is going down. Actually catches 2 choppers, but good splits by Rock to avoid that. Nightingale actually at his main base here. He needs to get it in here. There is a couple of ranges, but if he can focus those down, he will be able to smoke the base. Hippy has used his slam as well, so he won't be able to steal the methane wagon if it should come down. Base is locked with snipers coming in. Sweet.
Leader power ready.
Got ODST drop. The ODST drop is going to go down. ODST man's going to go down with the Spartan Slam, hopefully. Kill off a lot of units. No, he misses the Spartan Slam. Maybe it wasn't up. Yeah, it's still on cooldown. This base does get upgraded. The Nightingales are going to start healing it. Smoke going down on the army. One mine going down. Hippy does see it, so he's going to be able to get out of there pretty easily. Going to lose that Nightingale, though. And the Spartan lost his shield. Half health. He's going to back off. And Rockgen again choosing not to expo. We saw that in the last game. He had a really late expert, and then Hippy ended up defending his push, and Rock couldn't really afford to report. Spy Slam going down, but the grunts from above now coming down. If he just saved that a bit longer, he would have been able to steal that methane wagon. So that's going to give a huge debuff to these units now. And the last shade turret does catch that Spartan. The base is weak. Rock splits off his grunt riders onto the base. Hippy's almost losing his Spartan. What's he got coming in? He's trying to get more Nightingales coming in. There is Detect here. The methane wagon's on the base. Spartan lives! The Reaver's going in for the kill. The Reaver jumps onto him. He's going to focus down the Spartan. And the Reaver takes the Spartan down. And the base falls as well. Almost escaped with the skin of his teeth. But that Reaver play by Rockgen kills the Spartan. And this is now looking really bad for Nintendo Hippy. If he could have just held like he did the last game,
Our base is under attack.
then we might have got the same result as the last game. But now Rockgen with the bigger army this time, going to clear out one of his two minis. Hippy lost his base, doesn't really have a lot of eco, can't afford his big drop. And Rockgen now deciding to expo 11 minutes into the game. Looks like he just wanted to keep that pressure on Hippy. And we're finally seeing Grunt Goblins come out for him as well. We haven't seen them as early as we did last game.
Our base is under attack.
And his heals was pretty poor last game as well. He lost 2 Grunt Goblins before he could actually pull off any heals last game. Hippy going to try and pick up that expo again. And again, still on the defensive. He hasn't managed to push out. Hasn't managed to take any of the power nodes. Only this one on the right.
Barracks constructed.
Is anyone going to help me out?
And Rockgen still has the methane wagon. That grunts from above drop is probably almost up by now. Going to pick off a Nightingale there. 3 Reavers and the Grunt Goblins coming out. This army is becoming unkillable. 80 population versus 29. Good Cyclops drop though. Picks off 1 Reaver there, but at the cost of that drop, he does lose it. Recycles the base as well, and Rock has scouts on the other 2 bases just in case Hippy tries to sneak one. Roger pulling out all the stops this game, doesn't want to make a mistake like he did last game and lose it.
I'm under fire. Over.
I don't like to alarm you, but our base is under attack. Harvester constructed.
And Rock's just going to be annoying and take Hippy's expo just so Hippy can't take it. We've got a big engagement going down in the middle now. Grunt Dome to counter the ODST mans, but the big assault group drop does come in along with an ODST drop as well. And Rock's pretty much going to survive that. He's not going to lose a lot of units. He has his heal to heal the weak ones, and the Grunt Dome counters any of the ODST mans that went down there as well. Guns from above is back up.
Nightingale reporting for duty.
I think Rock's just waiting to close. He knows he has the lead. Doesn't want to make any mistakes.
Where do you want me?
Hippy trying to sneak around the side, but Rock immediately blocks him there. Shade drop's coming down. No mines to follow up. Spartan Slam going down. There is one mine at the back, but a bit late. Normally, what you have to do in that situation is drop the mine, then the shade turrets. Normally, it's guaranteed to go off that way.
Scorpion under assault.
Leader power ready.
Another Cyclops drop is going down for Nintendo Hippy. Just trying to beef up his army. Again, has a decent eco. Just needs one mistake from Rockgen to put himself back on even terms. Hopefully. That's what happened last game. He waited for his perfect moment. Rock again. No heals. Losing the Grunt Goblin unnecessarily there. Grunt from above is coming down. He has the Spartan Slam. He can steal the Methane this time. A lot of Rangers here as well. Hippy's going to back off to his Expo, which he's trying to build. Turn around, just baiting Rock's Rangers there into the snipers. A lot of red bar units. We are getting a couple of Nightingales coming out, so Hippy does have to preserve these units, back off, get them healed up. Sup guys, welcome to the stream, 65 viewers. If you didn't know what was happening right now, we are seeing Rockgeneration versus Nintendo Hippy, two top champ players, playing out a series of Cutter versus Yap Yap to see which leader does win on various maps.
Nightingale ready. Let me know where I'm needed. I'm under fire from ground troops.
Hippy recycles his Expo, knows he's going to lose it, knows he can't defend it. He's going to push up to the middle, pick off some units that are straggling behind Rock's army. Great sniper micro as well, going back and forth, back and forth. Mine's going down, heals coming down from Rockgen. The mine gets sniped away. Here comes the Spartan Slam, misses everything. ODSTs are coming down now as well. Is Hippy going to pull it off again? Chasing the army, focusing down another Grunt Goblin here. No Expo, but he has a great eco.
Point earned.
Actually bullied Rock's army there. Looks like he's going straight to the main base. Rockgen, no shield gen again. Trying to get it up now. It's going to be 35 seconds out. Hippy should be able to see it. Has 2,600 blue as well. Probably has a close air support to put down on the main base here. And there we go. Pushing up to the main base. Close air support coming down. Where's Hippy? Pulled this out of the back. Rockgen going to force to come back with his army.
Taking a lot of hits here.
River comes out, instantly killed. Is Rock spamming sensor towers? No, he's not. Grunt Dome comes down on his army to save his army from the close air support. He's going to tighten it down. The beam going down in the choke point. A lot of snipers get hit there. They go into cloak and they run away. Rock forced to cancel the beam. Spartan Slam coming down on Rock's army again. A lot of red bar units using the Grunt Goblin heals nicely this time. Hippy has 70 population. Still got enough for his ODST assault group. If it's not on cooldown, should be back up by now. Rock also has a decent eco, saving all of those snipers. Was clutch, another heal coming down, loses another Grunt Goblin, walks into an ODST mine. A lot of red bars for both sides here. Shade drops back up. Spartan lost his shield. But Hippy still at Rock's main base, and Rock is just going to back off to the middle. A lot of Rangers going to regroup and start coming in anytime now. Hippy, while all this is coming on, could take an Expo. Hasn't managed to secure an Expo this game. And Hippy's going to try and take down a generator here. How many generators Rock got? Rock has 3 generators right now. There comes the Shade Mines. I think Rock's still going to be okay. Shade Turrets coming down. Spartan Slam coming down. Just catch a lot of units again. A couple of snipers just getting picked off there. They can't back up because of the Shade Turrets, and they have to push forward and they get picked off.
I'm under attack from the
Hippy down to 30 population.
Spartan is low on health.
Loses his Spartan.
Our allies
Not really doing much in the background anymore.
Nightingale here. Show me where you want me.
leader power ready.
So the big drop does come in for Hippy, but it's kind of a bit too late. Rock has the greater population here. He has a methane wagon. Hippy didn't pick up his expo while all this was going on. He could have had that upgraded and built by now. More ODST is coming down with an archer missile, but Rock's going to counter that with the heal. Gets the invulnerability at the last second as that comes down.
Armory constructed.
I'm getting stung here. Any backup?
Leader power ready.
Yeah, we're not seeing Hippy resign. We're not seeing him give up. The push on the main, he killed a lot of units, but he didn't really do any real damage to the base. Tanks following everything. Picks off a methane wagon.
Augmented harvester upgrade complete. Grunt heavies in the field.
Looks like he's going to save the Wolverine.
Leader power ready.
Small victories, guys. Small victories. He saved the Wolverine.
I'm under attack.
Oh, Rock snipes him with an EMP.
Extractor upgrade complete.
And this base could have been upgraded with turrets on by now. But Hippy, a fair population, he can't even clear out the mini. He's got Cyclopses on it.
092 under fire. Over. Where's my target?
The enemy has captured our power node.
Our base is under attack.
And this is a huge army from Rockgen now. Maximum of 100 population.
Power extractor constructed.
Hippy is in tech 3. Must have stanchion. He did go for the cloak upgrade, so he must have stanchion by now. But one beam could literally end all of these snipers' lives. Rockgen now picking up every base on the map.
Base is under attack.
But Hippy's still holding on. Gets tech 3. Shock rounds and stanchion researched. Doesn't have his Spartan again yet.
Nightingale here. Need anything fixed?
No, he does have his Spartan. And the issue for Hippy now is he doesn't have a lot of base damage. I mean, Rock's going to cancel it anyway. He could have delayed that a lot. Could have had Hippy sat there for a while with one Cyclops and a Spartan trying to kill it. Have we seen any transition for Rock? Got methane wagons coming out. He's upgrading to tech 3 now.
Harvester constructed.
He's waiting for something. Has 100 pop. Upgrading his expos. Securing his lead.
Leader power ready. Harvester constructed. Augmented harvester upgrade complete.
Leader power ready.
Nightingale under assault from enemy troops.
Hippy now pushing up. One of the grunt goblins loses his shield.
Our base
Just gonna start poking with the snipers.
Show me some armor to trash.
Yeah, Yap Goblin does fall before it can heal.
ASAP.
It's the Yap Goblins that are the issue for Yap in this stage of the game.
Shoot me.
So good at healing, and Rock actually uses a please don't shoot with me, shoot me, so he can actually push onto the expo of Hippies, which has just been built. Hippy's going to come around the back. I mean, Rock's probably got all of his combos up by now. Mines, Shade Turret, Beam, Grunt Dome. And snipers are just so weak.
I'm under fire, and all I've got is harsh
Good micro by Hippy. Pushes the snipers to the back. Leaves the Cyclops killing the methane wagons, but actually sitting in the explosion. So he's going to lose two-star Cyclops there. And the beam coming down at the back. The snipers have to run into the army. Hippy doesn't know where to go. Mine's coming down. Beam wipes every single sniper there. ODST. Archer missiles coming down, but the grunt dome comes up just in time. Hippy again on the back foot in trouble.
Our base is under attack.
18 population, 14 versus 84. Rock Generation is going to win the Frontier game. Methane Party going down on the main base. Hippy is going to resign, and that's going to tie the series up at 1-1. Okay, guys, and game number 3 is going to be going down on Mirage. Okay, guys, going into game number 3, tied at 1-1. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to hit that follow button. Game number 3 going down on Mirage. Both players should be getting comfortable by now.
Spawning in the red corner, we have the legendary Hippy, playing as the terrifying Cutter.
And
Spawning in the blue corner, we have the amazing Rockgen, playing as the fabled Yap Yap.
We should get some power. Harvester constructed.
okay, we are seeing a chopper opener from Brockgen this time around. Now, there is a lot of garrisons in the center of the map, so that Marine can jump in the garrison should the chopper threaten up there. And Hippy takes an early double mini.
Augmented harvester upgrade complete.
We're under attack.
Our base is
And Hippy, he is going to be going generator third this game. We've seen him go triple harvester opener every other game. Chopper trying to get the Marine. The Marine does get in the garrison. The fodder actually stole the other garrison. And Hippy needs to be careful with his Marines because he only has 2 of them. I thought that chopper would be coming for this one then because Brock has scouted it, but nevertheless. Ram coming in, the fodder's actually going to get the garrison, and Hippy is going to lose that Marine.
supply pad constructed.
Not a good start. Generator does get upgraded. Armory coming out 5th again as well, but Rock's probably going to seal 4 mini bases to 1 here.
Mini base completed. Mini base completed.
Well, Hippy already lost the bet. He said he was going to 4-0 Rock Generation, but as you can see, currently tied 1-1. Just cannon fodder coming out for Rockgen at the moment.
You, but our base is under attack.
And just seeing a chopper on the main base. Now picked up all of the mini bases. And Jerome's on his way out, 10 seconds away.
Marines reporting.
Harvester constructed. Harvester constructed.
And these chopper numbers are going to quickly increase. Rock does have 5 possible places he can build choppers from. Not the eco to do it as of yet. Upgrading that second harvester in order to get that extra blue.
Chopper hungry for blood.
Augmented harvester upgrade complete. Front rebellion here to do some rebellion.
Yes, Hero, I didn't have time to find the right voice. I selected the first one. Hippy does manage to get in the garrison before the fodder does. Gonna allow him to save the power node.
Chopper reporting for battle. Watch it.
I just don't see this going well for Hippy. He has grenade throw being researched. He has 2 generators now, a turret, a second turret on its way, and we're beginning to see a pattern in these matches in these series where he's constantly on defense, and he needs that opening to be able to wipe Yap Yap's army in order to push out.
Chopper ready to roll out.
Hey, a little professional respect, huh?
Couple units getting picked off. A lot of choppers in the center. A marine comes out and immediately it dies, but it does manage to get a grenade out before it does.
Our base is under attack.
And the thing about Yap Yap as well, like, Rock has every base covered. A lot of choppers even get shrapnel rounds as well. And Hippie's just stuck in a corner again. Mirage is just one of those maps where if you can't contest anything, it can quickly turn one-sided. He's going to lose his double mini. Hippie does recycle the pads to get some economy back. But now he's left with no minis against a Yap Yap who has a lot of choppers which are upgraded.
Hit by enemy troops.
Our base is under attack.
And grenades are unreliable. He does have grenades with 8 marines, but there's more choppers than 8 marines. Should have ODST by now. He has 1100 blue. Looks like he's actually baiting Rock into here, and Rock's falling for it. So let's see what Hippie's going to do in a sec. Possible ODST Spartan Slam coming down. Rock is splitting though. There's the ODST drop. Catches a lot of choppers. The ODST mines are going down. They do go down, but they actually get destroyed. You see, man, Spartan Slam going down. Catches 4 choppers there. Grenades are going to have to follow up now. There's the bait. Rock Hippie does manage to pick off the Expo as well. Rock losing a lot of choppers. Sub Pala, you got gifted a sub, man. Say thank you. Shit drop with mines coming down. A lot of marines getting picked off. Hippie backing off into the ODST man, hoping Rock will make a mistake, but Rock does see them, focuses it down. Hippie losing everything, just a Spartan left, and we got stutter rams going down on the Spartan now, loses his shield. Gets into tech 2, but absolutely loses everything. Spartan Slam coming down. That is a great Spartan Slam on those choppers. A lot of them are weak, but the Spartan's weak as well. Losing health while he's trying to jack this chopper. As soon as the chopper dies, he's going to be dead. Yeah, there we go. That's the problem about hijacking a vehicle and then losing it when you're weak like that. You instantly die when the vehicle dies. Rockgen now has enough for Tech 2. He has all 5 mini bases. In a second. Hippie beats him to Tech 2 again.
Turret constructed.
Raid camp constructed.
We have an Apex coming down on that central mini base. We've got 2 raid camps, probably another one. Yeah, double raid camp from Rock on the mini bases. We've got a generator going down on the main base, so that's going to be his third gen. Not a lot of blue at the moment. He did just spend it all on that third gen, cost him 800 blue. And now Rock has all 5 mini bases. Hippie just with a Spartan. The problem is about Cutter's leader. He isn't like broken and OP as some of the leaders you can have, like Hunter Captain, Atriox, Forge Hog, Jerome. That's the Mantis Jerome. And he's kind of just relying on the Spartan to try and deal with all the stuff that Yap has. But we're going to be seeing a similar army composition coming out for Rockgen. And he still has all the choppers as well. Rangers coming out.
Sorry we're late. Couldn't find my messing pack. Augmented harvester upgrade complete.
That is very cheeky by Hippie, and actually kind of smart at the moment. I don't think Rock sees it. It's the only base Rock didn't have scouted, but he's got units everywhere, so he's eventually going to see it, and he does see it. A lot of Rangers grouping up over the left side here. Cyclops going to try and beat the cannon fodder to the garrison, but he doesn't.
Fire base constructed.
And Hippie is going to actually go through with it and build that base.
Our base is under attack.
Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong side of the map. I had my camera turned the wrong way. I thought he was building that on Rock's side, but he wasn't. Never mind, that's fine, Hippie. That's the right base to take.
Got some vehicles you want dealt with?
Leader power ready.
Hippie now going to be upgrading that base as well. Another Cyclops drop coming down.
Mastered by ground troops.
Still a lot of choppers. I don't think Rock's actually revealed how many Rangers he has yet.
Infantry level 1 research.
Base gets upgraded with a turret on the back. That sniper almost gets picked off by all these Rangers. Hippie? I don't think Hippie can actually deal with these at the moment. Shade turret's coming down with mines and a grunt dome right there. Do catch the Spartan. Doesn't catch any of the other units, but now Rock has a free reign at this base. Spartan shield down. Rock is going to chase.
I'm under assault from enemy.
Oh, that Spartan's almost dead. He is going to die. Spartan Slam goes down before he dies. ODSTs come down. Does the combo the wrong way around. So Rock should be able to avoid the ODST mines.
Turret upgraded.
Looks like Grunt Dome runs out of time. Watching has an Expo now fully upgraded as well. Double War Council as we saw in the Bedrock game.
Our base is under attack.
Now this I can deal with.
Every time Hippie tries to push up to help try and defend his base, he just gets pushed off by the Rangers and the choppers. But at least there's not a lot of base damage here from Rock, so Hippie's gonna pretty much save this base. Sniper's gonna pick off the mines there.
Watchtower constructed.
Still, Rock has the high ground. We're getting Reavers coming out. A Locust on the ledge wouldn't go amiss either. Rock's gonna be picking up the 2 side bases.
Spartan Jerome 092 reporting.
And we've been seeing Rockgen play these games really safely. Just massing units. Gonna get rid of his choppers now. Hippy's relying on the anti-turrets a lot. Anti-vehicle, anti-infantry, gonna be on both of his bases.
Turret upgraded.
Should probably pick up that mini base. Gonna deny one base of rock. Hippy doesn't know he has the other base fully upgraded though.
Marines ready to serve.
This shield tower is almost big enough to cover the posterior of your mom. Snap!
Shroud reporting. Where am I needed?
Shardstorm launcher research.
And Hippy just needs time, really. See what he can do. He's low on power. I'm surprised Rock allowed him to get this base with the amount of choppers he had. Hippy literally only had a Spartan and a couple of Marines when he picked up this base, and Rock didn't scout it or deny it.
I'm under attack from ground troops.
Leader power ready.
Reporting for duty.
Here you go. We're going to be seeing a push from Rockgen here. That is a lot of engineers. Also, a lot of snipers. Look how many sniper shots it's taking to kill one ranger. Locust now coming in. That's what he needs, but he needs to get it out of the back. Probably needs some methane to stack with it as well. Should have grunts from above by now. Grunt Dome coming in at the front of the base. Gonna be hard for Hippy to deal with. About to get his big drop. About to get enough blue for it. Locust putting in a lot of damage. Base down to half health. Try smoking it, but there's a lot of rangers here.
Our base is under attack.
Messes up the Spartan slam there. Doesn't even get a stun off due to the all units. Stun's going down. Wireblaze from the goblins this game. Rockgen looks like he's warmed up. The methane pie at the back on the snipers with the shade turret drops.
Allies are in danger.
Every sniper falls. The base almost falls. ODST assault group coming down. Spartan again lost his shield. Hippy trying to hold on for his life.
Our base is under attack.
But it's just not enough. The base is going to fall. Doesn't manage to recycle any of his pads as well. And he is going to resign. That's going to be 2-1 to Rockgeneration. Alright, maybe Vault, game number 4, will fare better for Nintendo Hippy. Alright, Hippy wants to play Rift. Oh, I got black screen. Not good. Both players are arguing over the maps. One wants Vault, one wants Rift. Alright, we're just waiting for the players to ready up. Oh, so how is everybody doing today on this fine Friday night? Actually, it's Saturday morning for me, Jesus. Here we go, ready to get started. Hippy is back from his toilet break. Rockgen 2-1 up. With different maps, potentially comes different strategies. Yeah, just what I expected Rockgen to be pretty much going choppers on this map.
Supply pad constructed.
Hippy gonna be picking up an early double mini though. Let's pause this music. Bit of silence. Could be opening up triple harvester. Cannon fodder already on the way to his mini by his main base. And Rock's chopper does scout the double mini and gets a good ram off on the marine as well. Going to be able to block him from getting in the garrison, so that is an early loss for Hippy here.
Supply pad constructed.
Rock kind of let it slip there.
Our base is under attack.
Alright, some very early minis from Hippy. Kind of has to against Yap Yap. Needs to secure map control early on so he doesn't get overrun like he did in the other games.
Base complete.
Why does everyone have guns except us?
Supply pad constructed.
Hippy is on time with building all of his pads despite the two early minis. And again, we're seeing a War Council or Armory go down 5th. Rockgen picking up the two singular side minis, going to be going for the double now as well. Knows he can get away with not having the mini base next to his main base stolen, so he's going to leave that to last. There's a nice spread of fodder around the map collecting resources, except this little guy sat here just watching his friend pick up the blue. Now, cannon fodder do pick up resources very slowly, so they'll be sat here for some time. Normally you want to get two cannon fodder on like this, where with a marine you'd put one and then put it onto the next one.
Tractor upgrade complete.
Yeah, and we're just going to be seeing a Spartan with marine spam coming out from Nintendo Hippy. Probably later see him get grenade throw as well, just like we saw Mirage, but
Stop shooting!
Early second generator from Rockgen, 3 minutes, picking up a lot of power as well. Not too much action going down on Vault. It is a big map, widespread.
That sounds more nicer.
Chopper, ready to scout.
Now a second generator coming up for Hippy as well. 36 population full of Marines, going to start taking some power nodes. Rockgen already doing the same thing, going to be taking the central node, get some vision in the center of the map.
We're getting hit from above. Anyone on the way? Generator constructed.
That's just cheating.
Spartan upgrade now coming out for the Spartan.
Jack research.
Oh, there's mines on the ramp here, and all the Marines are going to walk into it. Might be put off by the chopper. Actually was put off by the chopper as well. Now that was unlucky for Rockgen there. He could have killed a whole lot of Marines, but the chopper actually put them off. Hippy's going to see the mines. Does see the mines just in time. Spartan's actually going to tank one of them at least. And another Marine's going to tank the other one. R.I.P. Marine. Gave your life to a just cause.
Our base is under attack.
Sound off. Marines.
We are getting grenade throw now. Needs it instead of upgrading his second generator.
Researched.
We're seeing at least 7 choppers coming out from Rockgen.
The enemy sent vehicles.
Hippy needs to somehow try and keep these numbers down.
Marines are ready to go.
Still a garrison. Marine just getting the garrison in time. A lot of fodder here. Chopper's backing off. We see a Marine on the base of Rockgen just to get a scout. ODSTs aren't up yet, but Rock seems to have sent all of his choppers back, expecting that ODST drop. That's going to buy Hippy some time in the center. He's going to steal the middle mini. Did he keep that? I think he kept that one.
We're under attack from enemy vehicles, over.
Our allies are in trouble. Complete.
Rock looks a bit scared. Is he going shrapnel? No, he's upgrading to Tech 2. He has 13 choppers. If he can combo them with a good mine drop, he could pretty much kill this whole army.
Do we have to call
And that's sometimes what it comes down to with Yap Yap, pulling off the mine drop and the shared turret drop in order to kill armies. Poor Marine. Look at these splits from Hippy. He knows what's coming. Needs to be careful. Grenades going down. Does catch a chopper with one of the grenades, but the other 2 do miss. One chopper goes down.
Do we have to call it a raid camp? Why not?
ODST will be up now for Hippy. Floating 1500 blue. Upgrading to Tech 2. Rock already in Tech 2. Double minis about to fall. Throws a grenade at it just to secure it. And looks like we're seeing a... oh, there comes the mine drop with the shade turrets. A lot of Marines get caught there. Oh, they all die. The Spartan Slam goes in with the ODSTs on the choppers though. But a lot of Marines did die. Hippy picking up the double mini. And Rangers coming out behind the army now. Going to be a couple of costly Rangers getting picked off by the bulk of these Marines and Spartan.
Our allies are in danger.
Oh, sits on an ODST mine. Grenades going down. A lot of choppers falling.
Marines under hostile vehicle fire. Do you read?
Rangers still on the ledge. Hippy can't see them unless he runs up there. Chopper rams going down on the units. Has a Spartan Slam back up. Everything is grouped. Good Spartan Slam. Kills a chopper. Range stuns the Rangers. Oh, and here comes the grunts from above from Rockgen here. Going to be pushing Hippy back. Hippy did get his expo up and running. Has a fair generator on the main base. Chopper's coming down to try and stop these. He's actually going to save the ODSTs and the Spartan. Loses all his Marines though. Going to try and get the Spartan upgrade on this base, but it might die before he actually manages to pick that up.
Do you have infantry targets for us?
Barracks constructed. Generator upgrade complete.
Cyclops drop again from Hippy.
Receiving fire from ground troops.
Our base is under attack.
Common theme from Hippy in his leader power order. Wants as many units out as possible. Going to be losing that central nerd. Has held it for a while though. Loses the double mini to the drop as well. Rock with 2 scouts on the right side expo. In this matchup, Rock likes to take a really late expo. He likes to get as much units out as he possibly can. Almost 80 pop already. Infantry upgrade, 60 seconds out as well.
Reaver under attack from ground troops. Ready to blast up.
Remember guys, if you are enjoying the stream, make sure to hit that follow button. We'll be casting more show matches like this.
Our base is under attack.
Quite regularly actually. We have 1v1 matches, 2v2 matches, 3v3 matches. We've got 2v2 tournament coming up, a 3v3 tournament coming up, and obviously show matches like this one as well. Try and cover a bit of everything. This base is upgraded for Hippy. Going to be getting a double watchtower on there for the extra vision with double turrets as well. That vision is going to help his snipers try and poke the units that are on the ledge.
Can anyone take out that artillery?
Whoa.
Before it blows me out of the sky.
Didn't know I could see all this in spectator mode.
Smash some vehicles.
I see the free sections. That's weird. Oh, there's no end to it. Literally just, yeah.
Our base is under attack. Watchtower constructed. Leader power ready.
A lot of rangers actually falling that Rock has on the ledge up there. Almost loses a Reaver as well and a couple of other units. Just now gets his expo built up.
Power extractor constructed.
And the high ground can be really difficult to defend against when you're taking this base, but the right side base is just too far out for you really to defend it, especially against that Yap drop.
Turret constructed. Leader point earned.
I'm under fire from enemy troops.
War Council is going to be coming up on this expo from Rockgen. We are going to be seeing Grunt Goblins. Hippy hasn't scouted it, but he's near it. He could, if he does scout it, he could push it. He has more base damage than Rock does. Again, the double War Council from Rockgen. Hippy just constantly poking the army. He doesn't want to lose any units. Look at the double watchtower vision it gives up here. A unit in that garrison would be nice to get the extra bit of vision.
Stanchion sniper system research.
We now have Stanchion out of Hippy. He's going to be making a push up the ledge here. Rock does not have this nerd, so he does not know where Hippy is going. Probably should have took the nerd while he was there and scouted the expo at least. Here we go. Hippy is going to see the base. He does see that it is unupgraded.
Base is under attack.
Rock's going to be making a push up as well. As I said earlier, no base damage. And Rock's going to be picking up this expo,
Discount assembly forge now.
knowing he probably should have lost that one. But Hippy's actually coming back. Going to be sending an ODST group to try and take down this base. Is that a shield at the back? No, sensor towers. Sensor towers coming down at the back.
But our base is under attack. Harvester constructed.
Hippy is sending his snipers and his Spartan back to defend. Probably going to get grunts from above coming down. Reaver's going to start picking off the Nightingales here. Stanchion's going to be putting in a lot of work on these units. Cyclops drop comes down, stuns the Reavers. Rock's just kind of throwing away units here, and he has nothing to defend his Expo. Good splits by Hippy as well. ODST drop coming down on the Rangers on the ramp here while the snipers are chasing. Look at that range. Shooting from all the way over here. Looks like Rock's found himself in a bit of trouble. Grundum kind of going down on the Expo. The ODSTs are going to be forced to run away as the grunts from above drop comes down. I mean, he has the ODST mans back up. He could kill the base.
Our base is under attack.
Hippy hasn't managed to venture out a lot, so he has no idea what's going on right now. He doesn't know if Rock has this base, doesn't know if Rock has this base. All he knows is that he has this base and it's super weak. Rock's not even building on it. I think he's expecting to lose it.
Harvester constructed. Grunt Goblin on the field and in your face. Our allies are in trouble. Augmented Harvester upgrade complete.
Yeah, that base does fall. Now Hippy has to come back home because Rock is making a push. But what is Rock actually going into right now? Looks like we're getting Wraiths coming out. Grunt Goblins. It just feels like he hasn't done a lot this game, despite having that early, sort of early advantage.
Wraith here.
Augmented Harvester upgrade complete. Instead of Harvester, how about we call it Tickler? That sounds more nicer.
And Hippy's going to be making a push up onto the main base. Rock again, no shield gem. We've seen this quite common with him, actually. And the close air support coming down. This base is a free hit for Nintendo Hippy. Rock's not even choosing to defend it. Meanwhile, he's kind of... I don't know what he's doing. I do not know what Rock is doing right now. His units are all over the place. Cannot push the main because he didn't have enough base damage. And Hippy is just going to completely strip and most probably kill his main base as well.
Our allies are in danger.
Nightingale taking fire. I need support ASAP. Wraith ready to wreck.
Our base is under attack.
Well, these games are proving you wrong, Almirante. Stanchion is proving really good later in the game. There you go. Here is a push onto the main base. Going to lose an unnecessary Wraith there. Has the Grunt Goblins here for the heals, but that's about it. What's that coming down? Oh, this is Assault Group coming down on defense with the turrets. 2 anti-vehicle turrets. Mines coming down with the stuns, but the mines are nowhere near that army. Hippy manages to take the main base of Rockgen and now managing to come all the way back. Very, 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 very poor mine drops and turret drops from Rockgen. Not just this game, but most of the games throughout.
Sniper reporting.
Shock rounds shredding through the rifts.
Mini base completed. I don't like to alarm you, but our base
Oh, the Grunt Goblins aren't even upgraded. Archer Missile coming down on their Grunt Dome down with the glassing beam there. Heals come down. They're not even upgraded though. These Grunt Goblins are getting shredded. Spartan Slam comes down and stuns everything with the OST as well. And Rockgen's going to resign. Hippy's going to take the this game and ties the series up at 2-2. Okay, we're just waiting for what the 5th map's gonna be. I should really have that on a timer. So we're actually gonna play Rift, are we? Rock's so mad right now, Jesus Christ. Rock's shouting out Hippy, asking him to pick a map. And Hippy's like, I don't care. I don't know. What up, Thrasher? Jesus Christ, how long does it take to decide? Let's go Rift and Ashes. Alright guys, they're just finalising the maps. We're going to be going Rift, Ashes, Badlands, assuming nobody wins the best of 7 until the final game. Alright guys, here we go! I think it does red first, right? Alright.
Spawning in the red corner, we have the legendary Hippy, playing as the terrifying Cutter.
Oh my god, that voice is fucking awful. Jesus
Spawning
Christ.
in the blue corner, we have the amazing Rockgen, playing as the fabled Yap Yap.
GB voice A, that was, guys. We will be changing that later. Not so good. So Rift, game number 5, series tied 2-2. Yo, what was that?
Supply pad upgrade complete.
Yo, Thrasher, thanks for the 2 bits, man. Welcome to the stream, guys. We're seeing Hippy with his classic triple pad opener this game. Helping himself secure his mini bases before Yap can steal one. Seeing the same coming out of Rockgen as well. Triple harvester.
Harvester constructed.
Not taking his minis as quickly as Hippy does. No agency from Rockgen. Can afford to pick him up a lot later than Cutter can.
Base is under attack.
The enemy sent vehicles after us. Over.
We're already seeing a Marine getting harassed by a cannon fodder and a chopper here. Hippy not actually choosing to run to the garrison, was choosing to fight the fodder and didn't even manage to pick up all of the yellow there.
Supply pad constructed.
Instead of harvester, how about we call it tickler? That sounds more nicer.
Beginning to see some repetitiveness
Supply pad
here.
constructed.
Nintendo Hippy Armory 5th. Both players spreading around, picking up a lot of resources. Rock looks like he's going to seal most of the power on the map. And I think Rift is probably more winnable for Cutter than the other maps are. But we'll see. Anything can happen. It's going to be hard for Yap to put as much pressure onto the main base of Hippy due to the ramps, the garrisons. Kodiak's work really good on this map. And we're seeing methane wagons coming out for Rockgen again with the heavy grunts, double raid cam. So we're going to be seeing a lot of heavy grunts coming out. Wouldn't surprise me if we see another harvester upgraded again for Rockgeneration to help his economy and pump out some more heavy grunts. A little cheeky mine in the corner there.
Our base is under attack.
Garrison units just take so long to kill. Suddenly a cannon fodder and it's just been sat there for a good 30 seconds.
Augmented harvester upgrade complete. I'm gonna make you eat that weapon.
Alright, Hippy getting off a scout with the Marine. Scouts one of the raid camps, scouts the main base. And that mine does go off. Oh, looks like it went off on 3 Marines, so there's 3 red bar Marines there. Spartan's now out. Hippy can start pushing up. We do have a cheeky mine on the power node as of yet from Rockgen, but we do have a chopper methane wagon here. Yeah, we do have hijack as well, so that first methane wagon could get stolen pretty early. There's 2 here now. Chopper's going to back off. Cannon fodder's just going to push forward. Doesn't want to lose any worthwhile units. Rock can afford to lose the cannon fodder. Second generator now coming up for Rockgeneration as well. 76 population to 30 in favour of the Yap Yap player. Second power node being picked up by Rockgen.
We followed the instructions to assemble the power extractor, but why do we have parts left over?
Hippie is being pushed back. Hasn't attempted to steal Methane Wagon yet. Really low on population. Does have 3 turrets on the main base though, so playing it really safe here. Doesn't want to take a bad engagement in the center.
Turret constructed.
Hey Thrash, I'll have you know we played Fort Jordan this week on stream. You just wasn't here. We were playing 2v2s.
We've lost a power node to the enemy.
But it is a terrible 1v1 map.
We're under attack from infantry.
Interesting.
Sound off, Marine.
Hippie's almost got ODST and he has a Marine moving to Rock Gen's base. There's no turrets here. Just got the ODST. Might be dropping on the gens while Rock is pushed way out of position. It would be a good call, but he's choosing not to do it. Probably saving it for the push. Probably needs it more to defend his base than anything. Hippie is going Tech 2 now. And that Marine is getting a good scout, running all around Rock's side of the map.
Whoa, whoa, this ain't fair. Turret constructed.
Just 4 methane wagons from Rockgen. Actually picking up an early expo this game. Haven't seen him do that any of the other games. And he has full map control at the moment. He could even spread across to the sides and take the other 2 power nodes. Because Hippie's just playing really defensive. It's really tech free where Hippie needs to get to. He seems to be doing really well with the stanchion shock rounds upgrades when he gets tech free, but before then he is really struggling. And Rift allows him to get there more comfortable.
We're being assaulted by enemy vehicles.
Firebase constructed.
Thank you, Lethal, for posting the links in the chat.
Wait, I'm not ready yet.
Get paid, get laid.
Apex constructed.
That's right, Stormy. That's right.
Upgrade complete.
Nah, Desert Fox. The people who are toxic to each other because they know each other. I don't think they're really toxic to newcomers.
Combat station upgrade complete.
Hull jumpers here, sir.
Spartan laser researched.
A humping dog. Thanks for the follow. Hippie's base already at red bar. Rock pushing up. Methane wagon gets stolen. There is some ODST mats in the front there. Hippie's not ready for this push at the moment. A lot of Marines out the back actually running away from the base. Fuck. Love it. Rockgeneration going to be pushing up to the main base where there is a siege turret. Guns from above coming down. This is a really weird game at the moment. This is probably the worst Hippie has performed at the moment. Shade turret drops coming down. Spartan Slam gets wasted, so the mines are going to go off on these units. Lol. Roger secured his expo. He's getting upgraded. Feeling really comfortable in this game. There's only a Spartan left from Hippie.
Our base is under attack.
And these two players was arguing before the game as well. Rock didn't want to play Rift because he said Cutter beats Yap on Rift. But this is going like the worst it could possibly go for Hippie compared to all of the other games.
level 2 researched.
Are we there yet, Hippie? No tech free yet. Still building snipers. Siege turret putting in a big amount of work on these units. A lot of red bars. Snipers are going to clean up here. With the Spartan as well. Oh, the methane wagon gets shelled.
They found me.
War Council constructed. Got a grudgy thirst? Call me.
Here you go, 75 population for Rockgen compared to 19 for Hippy. Hippy floating a lot of resources. Probably has his big drop by now. Going to be looking to engage with that again.
Firebase constructed.
Rebuilding the expo that he lost earlier. And Rock pushing up not with a lot.
Base complete.
Hippy could easily kill that.
Nightingale here. Need repairs?
We're under attack. Over.
See what that was.
Leader power.
Yo, Desert Fox, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it.
Base is under attack.
Hope you're enjoying the games. Basically trying to get upgraded, but there is a grunt dome right outside. Spartan's going to steal one of the methane wagons with the ODSTs coming on. And a Cyclops drop. Mine gets dropped as well by Rock. Cyclops going to...
Cyclops is under attack.
Cyclops has to be careful. Almost walked into a mine there. He's going to die anyway, but that's not the point.
Combat station upgrade complete. Our base
And Hippie not really comboing those Spartan slams and ODSTs right. I mean, there was a grunt dome there, so it was irrelevant there. But he has done it for a lot of the game. Spartan's going to fall.
supply pad constructed.
And there comes the big drop. A lot of engineers here. ODST mines are coming down again. Methane's just putting in so much work on this army. The 20% debuff is really detrimental to Hippie at the moment. Oh, and the stun with the methane wagon. The micro. Not really. Methane wagon's OP.
Our base
A lot of red bar units. EMPs from the grunt goblins. Heavy grunts. Grunt goblins. Doesn't even have the heal upgrade for the goblins yet. Look at that. He's going to lose a goblin. Doesn't even have the heal upgrade. You know, upgrade it right. Just pushing the ODST assault group back just with heavy grunts and engineers. Hippie again relying on his turrets to help him defend. Siege turret, anti-vehicle turret, anti-infantry turret. Base is untouched though. For the moment. Loses his army, but the base is still standing.
turret upgraded. Turret upgraded.
Spartan's back out. The base is saved as well, so Hippie's looking okay. But a grunts from above is coming back in. Now starting to get turrets on the base. One anti-infantry turret at the front. Could easily be picked off. That Vetsu Wolverine's actually going to come in clutch because he had a lot of engineers. There's only one left. Spartan Slam going down on the building killers. 40% damage reduction from that energy bubble shield. And this base looks like it's going to fall. And this is not what Hippie needs right now. Wybly from the methane wagon takes it down. Hippie again in trouble. Just getting pushed back and back and back. Really struggling to deal with Yap Yap. It's no surprise. He's managed to take 2 games, but it looks like he's going to lose this one. Another ODST drop. Catching the 2 methane wagons there. But obviously when he kills one, they're going to explode, stun him, and he won't be able to catch the second one.
Leader power ready. We followed the instructions to assemble the power extractor, but why do we have parts left over?
Roger's going to be picking up his third base now. Let's have a fair generator up.
Uncle Yap
Double Foundry, is he tech free?
Forge now open for business.
Not tech free yet. It looks like he's going to be going into Locust Methane. Not Rifts. I know Rock loves the Rifts on tech free.
Complete.
Who doesn't? Good units now. They did get a buff. Look at all that methane. It's just so fucking strong, man. The heals, the methane, the EMP stuns, and then the locusts. And the shade drops on all the snipers, which are super weak and going to get one-shotted by this army. Oh, the Grunt Goblin heal comes down just in time. Still dies anyway. But Rock has a commanding lead right now.
Get these weirdos off me.
So I wonder what Rock's going to do to close this game.
We call it tickler. That sounds more nicer.
Although Locust Methane is really strong, they are pretty squishy. The Locust can be picked off quite easily. Anti-air turret as well.
Instead of harvester, how about we call it tickler? That sounds more nicer.
Yeah, reinforcements now coming out for Rock Gen. Another Grunt Goblin that he did lose. Only Tech 2 upgrade. Infantry upgrades for the Heavy Grunts.
Harvester constructed.
Heavy Grunts are just such a good utility. For 120 blue, they're absolutely amazing.
Turret constructed. Turret constructed.
Shock rounds researched.
Oh, Desert Fox, they're very effective. They give a 20% buff to grunts, so you see the little arrows on the Locust and the Heavy Grunts. They've got all a 20% buff, and when you get the methane close enough to the enemy army, they get debuffed by 20%. So it's like a 40% swing, which is extremely strong. Grunt Dome now coming down to protect the Locust. This base, yeah, Hippy just recycles the base. There's no point in leaving it there. Gets his, some money back for it.
Uncle Yap Yap's discount assembly forge now open for business. I claim this outpost for the grunts.
Roger, now 4 bases to 1. Hippy has no base damage to clear them out. He's going for the army kill. So, a quick drink.
Harvester constructed.
Hippy going to be getting reinforcements anytime soon. Rock already 100 pop.
Power extractor constructed. Harvester constructed.
There you go. We got Locust on the ramp now. Hippy's just never going to be able to secure this base. Crawl the methane and the Locust.
ODSTs under fire from enemy vehicles.
Infantry level 1 research.
Infantry level 1 and stanchion. Please Don't Shoot Me comes down as the big drop comes down as well. And that is Please Don't Shoot Me level 2. Rock flexing hard right now. Beaming. That big drop is dead. Look at that, it's stuck in the army. Nice beam in the choke point, which take down all those snipers. And this is the push we've been waiting for from Rock Generation. Look how fast these pads melt with the Locust and the methane. Look at the base. Hippy can't get in range. Oh, the stun with the methane wagon in the mine. Oh, it just didn't go off in time. I'm pretty sure that was a mistake, but that'd have been so good.
Our allies are in trouble. Our base is
Boom! Great archer missile going down in the choke point there, and that's what I mean about lurkers. You get that on the lurkers, a lot of them just died.
constructed.
Roger's going to be getting pushed back by this counter ball from Hippy. Jeff, we're going to Ashes next. Ashes, then Badlands.
Goblin under fire from enemy.
Jeff, Hippy was warming up this matchup, this exact matchup, all night last night with Scootman and all today with Scootman before he played Rock. So he's had enough practice, and Rock hasn't even practiced.
Oh, you're picking on the wrong guy.
Remember, Vex, Yap is very hard. That's why Rockgen's doing so poorly. So Hippy wiped most of the army there. Rock's still got 90 population. Most of it is pretty much building, but Hippy's going to be pushing onto this base. Shields almost drop. When it does drop, he can't afford to close air support. He hasn't picked up an expo, so if he loses his army here, he's going to be in trouble. Baits a grunt dome and can just back off there.
Leader power.
Hippy going off to the left of his main base now. Sees the expo from Rockgen. That is going to fall. Hippy trying to pick up this expo, but Rock is going to immediately go onto there.
Our base is under attack.
Yeah, it's just going to fall. It's a real struggle for Hippy to pick up a base right now. His main base is still half health. Does have one Nightingale coming out. Rock with the fodder on the ledge can scout this when Hippy picks it up. He's left an ODST there to do so. And Rock's just going to start choking him out now. He's going to push up to the mini base, take that down.
Leader point earned.
97 population to 78. Hippy has a lot of power.
Base is under attack.
Snipers, double snipers. Doesn't need to lose a heavy pad like that. Just loses a mini base with a heavy pad on. Then picking up this expo over here. He should be able to get that expo up now. Rock's army is quite far away. There's no real mobility from a Yap army
Locust on the field.
in terms of teleport. Infantry upgrade level 2 coming out from Rockgen with a vehicle upgrade level 2 as well. Was it level 1?
Locust under it.
Where's raid camps?
We followed the instructions to assemble the power extractor, but why do we have parts left over?
Where's raid camps? Oh, I deleted it. More locusts coming out for Rockgen.
Leader power ready.
Looks like the ODST actually cleared out the fodder. But Rock does have a mine there. I think you actually need 2 mines to give enough vision to drop the Grunt Goblin drop. Oh, I don't think 1's enough. Nightingale does get on the main base to heal it. I'm counting 5 2-star Cyclops right now. And Rock is mainly vehicles. They got shock rounds as well. Infantry upgrade, at least level 2, I believe. No, he's getting level 2, level 3 now. Yeah, he's getting level 3 now.
Our base is under attack.
And there, the sniper in the cloak actually picks off the mine. Shed turret drops coming down on this base, but there is 2 lurkers coming in. Hippy's kind of out of position. And that could be bait. If Hippy sends his whole army over there, Rock pushes in on the main base. And that's exactly what's happening right now. Hippy won't be able to save that base unless he splits off his Nightingales and cloaks it. But yeah, that base is going to fall. And Hippy's out of position. Rockgen moving up to the main base. And that is a hell of a lot of Locust Reaver methane. Oh, the Archer Missile's coming down. Should be able to out-heal it. He did not need to please don't shoot me there. Probably just wanted to get closer to the base. I think that's a level 3 archer missile because the flames come down as well. Now the heals are coming down from the grunt goblins. You shouldn't be allowed to heal in please don't shoot me. Since everything is ceasefire. But anyway. You got big engagement going down. Grunt dome coming down as well. Rock's just going to kind of back off into the choke point there because Hippy has to shoot through the grunt dome, and that was a nice Y ability from the methane wagon to debuff the army there as well. Now the base is getting stripped, loses 1 pad already, but Ross got a huge eco and the methane party coming down on the army as well. Hippy uses his big drop. I can't see. It's too much green, and the base falls so quickly, and now there's just the army left. And there we go. Rock Generation is going to take game number 5 in this series. And we're going to be going to Ashes for game number 6. Guys, can't be that hard to pick your leader. It's just cut a Yap every game. I suppose they both like to have a chit chat after the game to see what happened. That's weird. Alright guys, here we go. Game number 6.
Spawning in the red corner, we have the legendary Hippy.